Welcome in then to the latest edition of Extra Time. Boys, you've got a late one tonight. You've got quite a few games you're covering.
A couple of us do have late ones, yes, Daniel. Nice. But let's not get into that.
That face.
I know, right?
Stevie, where do you think Liverpool's goals will come from? Any player you think will be the key?
I mean, Salah is going to be the key, isn't he?
Yes.
He's the one guy that you need to be scoring goals.
Will he have a good season, do you think?
I don't see why not. Absolutely, I don't see. He's had a good break, and I'm sure he'll know as well as everybody else that he wasn't probably at his best at the back end of last season. So if there was any motivation needed, then that would be good for him. As far as the other goals, I'm not so sure. I'm kind of leaning towards Szoboszlai getting some from the middle of the park, because Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, you can't really rely on them yet. So
Yet?
Yeah.
That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Been there a while and you're still saying yet.
It is.
Bit of an issue. Stevie, Liverpool is now linked with Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon's not going to Liverpool.
No.
Another left winger. Which Liverpool forward would be most suitable to move to the right as an eventual successor to Salah?
Well, I think the easiest one would be Diaz.
Right.
And then that way, if you still have Gakpo, then you can give him another chance, because that's where he's done his best work with Holland on the left-hand side. Yeah, so, yeah, Diaz.
Shaka, if Chelsea get Osimhen, of course there are rumours he could go on loan and Lukaku could go to Napoli, does it make them outright top 4 contenders?
Yeah, top 4 contenders.
Right.
I'm not committing to them finishing top 4, but if they got Osimhen...
Who is your top 4 at the moment?
City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yes, is a given.
And right now, I'm still thinking Arsenal.
What?
Hey?
I'm still thinking Villa. I'm still thinking
really?
Villa. My concern around them is how they manage.
You'd be worried that they're going to do a Newcastle.
That's my concern.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say your boys, Newcastle, because they don't have any Europe, right?
No Europe this year.
No Europe. There's no way they can have as many injuries again.
But let's hope. But it was a...
Why you make that face?
And remember, they didn't regress last season at all. No,
they didn't regress.
They didn't regress at all last
season.
season.
Back to that.
No. You're correct.
Today's classic hits. Stevie, is Gallagher's possible move a mistake? Is Chelsea better with him? Conor Gallagher, of course, linked to a move to Atletico Madrid. Is he any good?
I'm not sure.
Chelsea needed money. I think it's more about money than whether...
Well, but as a player, is he any good?
He's all right.
Aye.
Is he way better than what they've got? I mean, he's
more
probably
consistent than what they've got.
I mean, only because you notice him. He runs around more. He looks as though he's working. He's one of these guys. Looks as though he's working hard. Looks as though he's running around.
But in reality, what's he giving?
In reality, I mean, in the position he's playing, and the position he's playing is ahead of the two behind him, so he's supposed to be an attacking midfielder that doesn't really score goals.
I just think, in terms of performance, he's far more consistent than everybody outside of Cole Palmer. That's just, and that is more reflection of everybody else.
What does that mean?
I'm just saying it's more reflection of everybody else and how kind of inconsistent / poor they've been, as opposed to Gallagher being, outstanding.
Shaka, are there any teams where you particularly like to see Aaron Ramsdale play? Additionally, is it more advantageous for a goalkeeper to make a transfer sooner rather than later, or does timing not have much of an impact?
Sooner rather than later in terms of age?
No, I was in, like, in the window.
Oh, no, well, I think you slot in quite easily enough.
Right.
I've done it both ways and I've had no real issue. I don't think that's much of an issue for a goalkeeper. As far as where I'd like to see him play, no, I don't know. I have no opinion on that.
OK, all right, thanks for that.
I thought Craig was on holiday.
Great go. Craig will just say, why are we talking about goalkeepers? That would be it.
That's true, though. He's got a point.
Shaka, are there... Oh, no, we've done that. Stevie, who has the best chance of being the first Dutch manager to win the Premier League title? Arne Slot or Erik Ten Hag?
Well, you got to say Arne Slot right now. I think as much as Arne Slot hasn't had any time with him, I mean, you got to wonder how's it? Eric Ten Hag's already had 2 years to sort Man United out.
Okay.
And they're not any better.
Well, they won the FA Cup, Stephen.
Okay. I mean,
You just hate Eric Ten Hag.
I'm just saying. I mean, he's had 2 years and what?
And he's won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup.
A lot of injuries as well, you know.
A lot of injuries.
Oh, a lot of injuries, yeah.
Beat Liverpool on their way to winning the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, he wins.
Yeah. On the slot, obviously.
On a slot.
Yeah, right.
This is tricky.
Yeah, right.
Who has the better coaching legacy at Real Madrid? Zinedine Zidane or Carlo Ancelotti?
I go Carlo Ancelotti.
Both have won 3 Champions League.
I go Carlo.
Both have won 2 La Ligas.
I go Carlo Ancelotti.
Because he came back and did it again.
And it's a difficult one in that I just feel you can make the argument pound for pound. Zidane's Real Madrid were probably better and more talented, especially when you include Cristiano Ronaldo. But then they'd been failing before he arrived.
Right.
So do you know, again, you have to give Zidane credit for how he managed that and the personalities of that Real Madrid squad. But let's.
You think Ancelotti had a bigger task?
Yeah, it's an impossible question to answer, really. I mean, both of them, their legacies are just.
It's like, where does Aaron Ramsdale go?
It's right up there with Ramsdale. It's right up there. 2 incredible managers, two incredible clubs, and certainly spells. There's no wrong answer to this.
At Real Madrid, you can't separate them.
Right.
Career-wise, obviously Ancelotti.
Yeah. Stevie, do you agree with Emma Hayes on letting Coffey start the main match? That was the match today, the 3rd game, of course. Even though she was sitting on a yellow, US women's national team had already clinched a spot to the knockout stages, but Coffey picked up another yellow today, and now she'll miss the quarter-final match against Japan.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played her personally.
Right.
I understand why she played. You know, we talk about you want to get rhythm and you want to keep the machine going. So I understand all of those reasons. But at the same time, you've already qualified. So personally, I wouldn't have played her.
Final question. Oh, Shaka.
Oh, well, I don't like how this question started already.
Since both of you spent time in the Boston area, which one of you is the bigger Boston sports fan?
Oh, yeah.
That's easy.
So Shaka, of course, claims he's a big Boston Celtics fan.
Super fan. That's
but we
correct.
saw what happened when you had to name the
the
stars. You didn't know any of them.
I did. Yes, I did. I knew them all.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I used to know all the players on the Red Sox and all the players on...
What kind of cop-out is that? I used to know all. Yeah, me too.
I didn't know you followed the I knew you followed the Patriots. You followed the Red Sox as well.
Ah, yeah, I used to go to the games.
Did you, Stevie?
Did I? Yeah. I was there. I remember... I think I've told you this story before. I was at one of the playoff games. Got to be now, way back. Can't remember which game it was, but I know it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And it was the 13th innings. And I have to say, by then, my allegiance had disappeared. I just wanted somebody to win.
I was about to say, give it to Stevie.
1 o'clock in the morning.
I never knew you went to all those games.
Yeah.
You didn't. You never paid for a ticket though. That's a crafts job, isn't it?
Well, I did pay for a couple of tickets, yeah, because my mate couldn't always get them from the crafts because
Right.
the crafts had people already using their box.
Right.
But my mate had season tickets.
Okay.
So then I would just pay him.
Wow.
Yeah, used to go to Patriots games, used to go to the Red Sox games.
And you used to go to the Patriots game when they were successful. Now you don't bother. Are you like one of those now?
Well, I don't live here. I don't live in Boston.
Yeah, but you used to go up there when you lived down here.
I went a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's a long haul.
Is it a bit of a long haul?
And it's a...
Especially to watch them lose now.
It's not a lot of fun trying to get away from the stadium
Right.
at the end.
Oh dear.
Which is always mental, you know. I've never quite... I kind of half get it, but people start leaving right at the end of the 3rd quarter. And I could never get my head around it. Because it's still... I mean...
Yes.
Why?
It was like any sporting event.
I understand that nobody likes sitting in traffic, but you're actually going to... Because the tickets are not cheap.
No, no.
And I did pay for a couple of tickets, a couple of times, by the way, and they're not cheap. And so I couldn't figure out, why would you pay all that money to miss
of course,
the most important part of the game, which is the last quarter?
Unless there's a massive
Unless, of
blowout
course,
at that point.
Unless, of course, it's like 40-0.
Yeah.
But
23 or something.
I couldn't figure it out at all.
Stevie's argument seems stronger than yours, Shaka.
Yeah, no. If Stevie sat through 13 innings, give it to Stevie.
There you are.
There's absolutely no way I'm sitting through 13 innings.
That is...
Need a little nap.
Speaking of naps, it's a busy night for Shaka and Stevie as they'll be covering Arsenal against Liverpool, Manchester United against Real Betis. Of course, if you're in the States, you can catch those games live on ESPN+. We'll be back tomorrow to look back at both those matches. Ali with me, Frank Leboeuf as well. Sid joins us as well to talk about all the big stories from the day.